Hello, friends. Good morning and have a good time with your family. I wish you good health as well. In the name of Allah, who is the most compassionate and the most merciful, and this is Rajasthan University Faculty of Computer Science, English Language, infotech English for Computer Users, Unit 7, Lesson 7, 2020. And this is Ali Muhammad Hikmat with a new lesson, which is Unit 17, 7, the display screen and ergonomics. In this unit we will cover these topics. Here are the topics that we will discuss about this in this unit. About these topics we will discuss. First, how screen display work. The second one, health and safety with computer. When you work with computer, you should take care about about safety of yourself, because you stay behind the computer for many hours. That is why it is very important to sit in a proper place. Learning objective of this unit: to understand how a computer display works, to recommend the most suitable display for particular people, uh, to write a list of guide to make your school or office more ergonomics, and to understand instruction and advice for the use of computer and monitor. And in language part we will have in grammar and vocabulary, and also these four skills. What is in grammar section? Instruction and advice, imperative. We will study what is imperative. We will study the modal auxiliary verb should, and ought to, and had better. We will study these three modal auxiliaries. And in vocabulary we have pixel, resolution, flicker, um, uh, phosphor, electron, beam, ergonomics, tilt, and swivel, aspect ratio, color, depth, video adapter, plasma screen, inch, video, projector, home, cinema. You are familiar with some of some of these words already. And in abbreviation we will know what is CRT, what is LCD, what is TFT, OLED, CD slash M2, and RSI. We will study these abbreviations. If you can find these abbreviations along with the lesson, then you can check the last page of your book. Okay. And skills: what are the skills in listening, speaking, and reading, writing? Listening for specific information in order to complete sentences, describing a computer screen, um, discussing which display device one would like to own, understanding specific information and technical aspects, specification, write a description from information in a table, writing a list of recommendation for an ergonomics school or office, optional material, technical aspect of an LCD monitor, printed web page about health and safety with computer or ergonomics. Okay, let's begin our lesson. The first task of this lesson is your computer screen. Discuss these questions. What type of display do you have? A cathode ray tube or an LCD flat screen. What is cathode ray tube? Here is the picture. You can see the previous television that we use in our houses were cathode ray tube, and right now this is LCD flat screen. What size is the screen? It means that how many inches are the size of the screen. Okay, how can you change the picture using the control? If you have the remote control, how can you change the picture? It means the color, the picture, the setup, or something like this. Can you watch TV or on your PC monitor? It means that if you have a computer, can you watch the television in your PC? Yes, of course, why not? You can watch. An Apple Mac flat screen monitor is like this. Okay, let's go ahead. Please answer these questions with yourself, and after that we have here how screen display work. This is the process of working of screen display work. Okay, here we have some words in the boxes and some blanks here. Complete this definition with words from the box, then read the text on page 33 and check your answer. At first, the smallest unit on a display screen or bitmapped image, usually a color dot, that is called pixel. An expansion card that generates the video signal sent to computer display, that is called video adapter. The weight of a screen in a proportion to its height, that is to its height, is aspect ratio or aspect ratio, also called gas discharge display, that is plasma screen. The number of pixels contained in a display, horizontal and vertical, that's resolution. If somebody asks you what is resolution, you can say this definition for that. The number of pixels contained in display horizontally and vertically, that is called what? Resolution. The number of bits used to hold a color pixel. This determines the maximum number of colors that can be displayed, that's color depth. Okay, read the text again and answer these questions. Okay, see, these are the questions. Please pay attention to these questions and take care of this question. What do CRT and LCD stand for? Here in this reading section, we can see that CRT, cathode ray tube, and LCD, liquid crystal display. Okay, how is the screen size measured? That's also answered in the reading section. What technology is used by active matrix LCDs? These are the questions that is answered in reading section. Let's read the reading section, and if you don't know any difficult word, please check your dictionary. How screen displays work? Listen very carefully to the pronunciation and notice the difficult words, and also if you can, please try to translate these texts. Displays, often called monitor or screen, are most used output devices on a computer. They provide instant feedback by showing you text and graphic images as you work or play. Most desktop most desktop display use liquid crystal display. It means LCD. L for liquid, C for crystal, and D for display, or cathode ray tube technology, which while while nearly all portable computer devices such as laptop incorporate LCDs because of their slimmer design. Slimmer, it means uh, thin design and lower energy consumption. It means something which is spent. LCD monitor, also called flat panel or flat screen display, or replacing CRTs. Basic features. What are the basic features of the mm, uh, uh, display or monitor or screen? Resolution refers to the number of dots of color known as picture elements. What's the meaning of pixel? It means picture element, the number of colors contained in a display. It is expressed by identifying the number of pixels on the horizontal and vertical axis. A typical resolution is 1024 multiplied by 768. Okay. A pixel is a combination of red, green, and blue subpixels. If someone asks you what is the combination of pixel, you can say red, green, and blue. Two measurements describe the size of your display: the aspect ratio and the screen size. Two measurements. There was a question, how we can measure the display? Two measurements here: aspect ratio and screen size. Historically, computer displays, like most television, have had an aspect ratio of 4 to 3. The width of screen to the height is 4 to 3. For widescreen LCD display, the aspect ratio is 16 to 9. Very useful for viewing DVD, movies, playing games, and displaying multiple windows side by side. High definition TV also uses this format. The viewable screen size is measured diagonally, so a 90-degree screen measured 90 degrees from the top left to the bottom right, like this. Sorry, like this. Okay, top left to the bottom right. Okay, let's go and see the next part of this reading. Inside the computer, this is a video adapter or graphic card which process image and send signal to the monitor. CRT monitor use VGA video graphic adapter cable, which convert digital signals into the analog signal. LCD monitor use a DVI, digital video interface connection. Color depth refer to the number of colors and monitor can display. This depends on the number of bits used to describe the color of a single pixel. For example, an old VGA monitor with an 8-bit depth can generate 256 color, and a super VGA with a 24-bit depth can generate 16.7 million colors. Monitor with a 32 2-bit depth are used in digital video, animation, and video games to get certain effects. Display technologies. An LCD is made of two glass plates with a liquid crystal material between them. The crystal blocks the light in a different quantity to create the image. Active matrix LCD use TFT thin film transistor technology, in which each pixel has its own switch. The amount of light the LCD monitor produces is called brightness or luminance, measured in CDM. What is CDM? Square candle per square meter. It means candle per square meter. In a square meter you can put how many candles and then light it. The that is called the measurement of or luminance of brightness. A CRT monitor is similar to traditional TV set. It contains millions of tiny red, green, and blue phosphor dots that glow when struck by an electron beam that travel across the screen and create a visible image. PCs can be connected to video project which project the image into a large screen. They are used for presentation and home theater applications. In a plasma screen, image are created by a plasma discharge which contains noble, it means non-harmful gases. Plasma TV all allow for larger screen and wide viewing angles, making them ideal for movie. Organic light emitting diodes or LEDs. O for organic, L for light, E for emitting, and diodes, D for diodes, are thin film LED or lit display that don't require a backlight to function. The material emits light when stimulated by an electronic current, which is known as electroluminescence. They consume less energy, produce brighter color, and are flexible. Example, they can be bent and rolled up when you are not being used. That is very great. Okay, let's go ahead, and here in task 3 we have a listening. You can click here and listen to the conversation, then listen to 5 customers in a computer shop describing their display device needs. Which device A to E would you recommend to each person? In pair discuss your choose and give reason for them. Please listen very carefully and choose one of these letters to speaker 1, speaker 2, speaker 3, and speaker 4. If you can't, here is the answer key. In pair discuss which of the display you would most like to own. Give reason for your choice. What kind of display? From here you can choose, and what is your reason? Why do you choose these screens? Okay, and here In this slide we have again we have a conversation in task 4, listening in task 4. Please listen, click here and listen to the audio and answer these questions. The first one, listen to Tony Clark, an expert in computer ergonomics, talking to some officer workers about health and safety. What health problem associated with computer use do the office worker mention? This is the answer for that. Tired eyes, repetitive strain injury, occasional backache. These are the problems that computer user face with that. Listen again and complete these extract. Once again, listen to this listening, and here is the answer key. You can do it by yourself. Okay, in this slide we will talk about instruction and advice. What is the difference between instruction and advice? We use the imperative to give instruction. See, imperative, when the verb comes at the beginning of the sentence, that is called imperative. For example, get an adjustable chair. Work hard if you wanted to be success. Stay with us, don't go anywhere. And also with negative we can also give an instruction: don't put your monitor in front of a window. That is a kind of instruction. We use should and shouldn't plus infinitive to give advice. One is instruction and the other is advice. Advice is something different from instruction. For example, you can say that you should work hard in order to get the first position in the class. That is a kind of advice. You should study your lesson and get a good job to find money. This is a kind of advice. If you wanted to find money, you should work hard. Okay, and this is the formal here: shouldn't plus infinitive or should plus infinitive to give advice and talk about what you think is a good or bad idea. You should look down at monitor, not up. You shouldn't use a monitor that's fuzzy or distorts the image. See, this advice. You can also give advice by using set phrases. It's like it's a good idea, it's a good idea, it's a bad idea too plus infinitive. It's a good idea to have a good computer and use it in your office work. It's a good idea to have a monitor with a tilt and swivel stand. Okay, please work it with yourself. Here is the answer key for these sentences. Please check and do it with yourself. Here we have another exercise. You can do it with yourself. This is the answer key for this exercise. For example, don't open the monitor, it's dangerous. Here is the advice: you shouldn't open the monitor, it's dangerous. It's a bad idea to open the monitor, it's dangerous. Do it with yourself the rest. And let's go for task number 6. What is task number 6 about? An ergonomic school or office. You have been asked to write this writing section a list of guidelines for making your school or office more ergonomic. Look at the definition of ergonomic at the bottom of the page. Here is the definition of the ergonomic: the study of how people interact safely and efficiently with machine and their work condition is called ergonomic. Uh, when you work with computer, you should sit properly in a good chair. That is called ergonomic. Your place of work should be very good and suitable for your body, because your body will harm if the working condition is not good. And make a list. Okay, and then write an email to your teacher, manager explaining your guideline. Consider 1 up to 8 below. Here is an example: physical layout of work site, disk areas, computer equipment, filling cabinets, etc. These are the outline. If you wanted to write an email about this, tell your boss or your teacher that the physical layout of the work site is not good, it needs some fixation, or it needs some repairing. Like this you can write an email. And that is the second one: lighting. Overhead lights, desk lamps, it means glare and ventilation. These are again, these are the outline. You can write about them an email, or the third one, the fourth one, up to the 8. Thanks for your attention. Your question and comments are highly appreciated. What was your homework? Writing an email to your teacher or your boss or your manager, and consider these 8 outlines. Okay, have a good time. Thanks for your attention once again.